Welcome dear students to yet another lecture on the history of English language and literature. We are discussing the Victorian era, and in our lecture today we shall have a short description about Karl Marx and the theory of Marxism. He is an important figure which we have to discuss. Karl Marx was born in 1818 and he would die in 1883, so he lived in the 19th century. Karl Marx was an important revolutionary leader that we must learn about. Karl Marx is important because the Marxist literary criticism is an important area of study in literature. Marxist literary criticism. We are all familiar with the Marxism and the Marxist Party because the Marxist Party is ruling Kerala today. As we are learning this particular topic, the party that is governing us is the Marxist Party. So we know something about Marxism. As I said, Karl Marx was born in 1818 in Trier in Germany. He would join the Communist Party and wanted to overthrow the class system caused by the capitalist economy. The Communist Party wanted the abolition of the private property, and Karl Marx, he would join the Communist Party. He worked as a journalist and later he would leave Germany and then he would settle down in London in England. My dear students, Karl Marx was one of the staunchest critics of capitalism. Karl Marx has written a number of books. We have heard about some of them. So most of his writings were against the capitalists. He would identify many problems with the capitalist economies. Now we have heard about the capitalist economies, the socialist economies, and there are also the mixed economies. India, for example. India is a mixed economy, and we know of the United States of America, and it is said America is a capitalist economy. We have heard about China. China is quite notorious now, a country of the origin of the coronavirus, COVID-19. China who is attacking India. China is a communist economy. There are other communist economies in the world, communist governments in the world, like Cuba or Laos or Vietnam. For us people of Kerala, it is not very difficult to understand Marxism because, as I said, mentioned early, we are governed by the Marxist Party, the LDF, Left Democratic Front is the one that is ruling Kerala today. So Karl Marx would identify that there are many problems in the capitalist economies. What are some of the problems that Karl Marx would identify with the capitalist economies? We shall discuss some of them. The first problem with the capitalist economy that he would identify is that there is alienation of work in capitalist economy. According to Karl Marx, work can be one of the greatest joys of people. Work should give us a lot of happiness, but in order to enjoy the joy of work, the worker needs to see himself in the work that he has created. But the modern work in the capitalist economies involves a lot of specialization. Most workers are making only very minimal contribution to the total production. This would mean that the contribution made by the worker is very minimum. Thus, work is no more enjoyable. There is an alienation in modern work. So the first problem with modern work in capitalist economy is the alienation experienced by the worker in the work, the alienation in work. The second problem that he would state is that modern work is insecure. There is a lot of insecurity in work in capitalist economies. The third problem that he would identify with work in capitalist economies is that workers get very little paid and the capitalists become rich. Capitalists are the rich people who invest for the business and organize the business, and the capitalists would consider the profit gained from organizing work as their right. While the capitalists considered profit as their right for organizing the work, Karl Marx would consider it as stealing from the poor, stealing from the worker. Profit was a fancy term for exploitation for Karl Marx. The real work was done by the laborer, and the capitalist is stealing the profit from the worker. So that is the third problem with capitalism. The fourth problem that he would identify in the capitalist economy is that capitalism is very unstable, unsteady. It will bring about a crisis. In a capitalist economy, you are producing much more than what is required, much more than what is needed. And what is capitalist crisis? Capitalist crisis is a crisis of abundance. He would talk about the redistribution of wealth to the poor. So it is a problem of abundance of production. So my dear students, Karl Marx would identify many problems with the capitalist economy. Now, what is the way out? What is the solution? What is that he is proposing? So what is the alternative to capitalism? And he would propose a theory, an alternative theory, and Karl Marx would propose his theory of Marxism. So alternative theory is the theory of Marxism. So before we have a short discussion about Marxism, we should also get acquainted with a person called Friedrich Engels. Friedrich Engels too was a German philosopher. He was a historian and a communist who would collaborate with Karl Marx. So he's a collaborator of Karl Marx. Friedrich Engels was born in 1820, the contemporary of Karl Marx. His father was the owner of a large textile factory in Salford in England. Friedrich Engels, along with Karl Marx, would develop the Marxist theory. So it is a combined effort of both of them. In 1848, Engels and Marx together authored the Communist Manifesto. Now both have co-authored many other works as well. Later on, Engels would financially support Karl Marx, allowing him to do research, and Karl Marx would write Das Kapital. After the death of Karl Marx, Engels himself will edit the second and third volumes of Das Kapital. Later on, he would publish the fourth volume of Das Kapital from the collections or writings of, from the collections or notes of Karl Marx himself. So, two persons, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. They were collaborators. So, as we said previously, Karl Marx would propose an alternate theory for capitalism. Now, this alternate theory is termed as Marxism. So, what is Marxism? Marxism is Karl Marx's critical theories about society, economics, and politics. So, all these are together called as Marxism. Karl Marx would say that the human societies would develop through class conflict. Class conflict. And what is class conflict? So human societies will develop through class conflict. Now what is class conflict? In capitalism, for example, there is a conflict between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. The bourgeoisie and the proletariat. Now bourgeoisie constitute, who are these bourgeoisie? They constitute the wealthy ruling class, the capitalist class who owned most of society's wealth and the means of production. So bourgeoisie. And there was a second class, the proletariat. They are the poor working class. So in a capitalist economy there are two classes, the bourgeoisie, the rich, the proletariat, the working class, the poor. And as I said, the bourgeoisie own the capital, the factory and the wealth. And the proletariat would sell their labor in return for their wages. So this is the situation in a capitalist economy. The bourgeoisie and the proletariat, the one who owns the capital, the other ones who sell their labor for wages. Karl Marx would say that capitalism would cause intense tension between the ruling class and the poor working class. So there is the tension, there is the conflict between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. And the working class will rise in revolt against the ruling class and thus overthrowing the ruling class, and a classless society will emerge. So there is a class conflict, and the result is that a classless society will emerge. Now, the emergence of a classless society is by revolution. The overthrow of the rich class by the poor is by violence, bloodshed, revolution. So the means used to bring about a classless society is revolution, violence and bloodshed. The proletariat will rise in conflict against the bourgeoisie and will overthrow them. So in capitalism, the revolution will overthrow the existing system, and the existing capitalism will be replaced by socialism. Now this is a theory that was proposed by Karl Marx and Engels. So the alternative to capitalism suggested by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels is found in the Communist Manifesto published in 1848. Let's have a very short description about the Communist Manifesto, even though it is not part of your syllabus. You don't need to learn in detail about all these things. Let's have a glimpse of it. The Communist Manifesto. The Communist Manifesto, or we can say the Manifesto of the Communist Party, it was published in 1848 by the German philosophers Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. It is a combined work of both of them. It is a combined theory of Karl Marx and Engels, we can say. Now, it contains their ideas about how the capitalist society of the time will be replaced by socialism, a classless society. My dear students, the manifesto contains the materialistic conception of history. Manifesto contains a materialistic conception of history. History is the result of material conditions rather than any ideals. The basis is materialism. The material conditions of the society, like the mode of productions, the productive force and the relations of productions, all these will determine a society's organization and the development. The history of all existing society is a history of class struggle. The feudalistic society was changed into capitalist society, and the capitalist society will be overthrown by a class struggle, and it will be replaced by the workers' society, the communist society. And in the communist society, the classless society, there will be the abolition of private property. There will be the abolition of private property, and the proletariat, the working class, will be raised to the position of the ruling class. So this is what is mentioned in the Communist Manifesto. We shall not go much into the manifesto, as it is not required for in our syllabus. It is not required for you to study. We shall say one more thing about the Communist Manifesto. The Communist Manifesto would open with these words: a spectre is haunting Europe, the spectre of communism. That is the opening. And the conclusion of the manifesto is as follows: the proletariats have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries unite. That is the conclusion of the Communist Manifesto. My dear students, the second important work of Karl Marx that we have to remember is Das Kapital. Das Kapital, or Capital, is a foundational theoretical text in materialist philosophy, economics and politics. The second and third volume of Das Kapital, as I mentioned, was completed from his notes by Friedrich Engels. The fourth volume also was published by Engels after the death of Karl Marx. My dear students, as a general criticism to Marxism, we can say that many of the predictions of Karl Marx have failed. Marx had predicted that in capitalist economies the wages will reduce and it will lead to the economic crisis and the eventual overthrow of capitalism by violent revolution, etc., bloody revolution, etc. Now, all these have not happened in many places. So, we can say there is a failure of Marxism. And Marxism has crumbled in many places. Let's take the case of in India. The only state where the Marxist government is ruling now is our own state, Kerala. And one more thing we need to remember is that Marxism is founded on pure materialism, materialistic determinism, where there is no place for God or religion. So with this short description of Karl Marx and Marxism, we are coming to the end of our short lecture, and for your assignment, write a short summary of Karl Marx and his theory of Marxism. Please not only rely on our lecture, please read up, please search the Google and find out more materials on Karl Marx and Marxism. So thank you for your patient listening. Hope to meet you again with our lecture soon. Have a nice time.